Hello, my name is Lily Lee. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to talk about students who may have speech impediments and struggle with public speaking. So I actually recently watched a clip from the movie The King's Speech. And in this film, the audience is introduced to King George VI. He is the King of England and he actually has a speech impediment. In the film, he's preparing to give an important speech to his people, but you can tell that he's very nervous about having to talk in front of others. You can observe through the king's body language that he's just so uncomfortable. His shoulders are tense and he's just breathing super heavily. And he closes his eyes and he keeps shifting back and forth between looking at his paper and looking at his speech therapist. You can even see his mouth shaking in one of the clips before he begins his speech. And just through his body language, it is evident that the speech challenge is just affecting the king emotionally. He's nervous to give this speech to his people. And similar to King George, many students experience this same anxiety when it comes to speaking in public. Children with speech impediments might show these nervous behaviors like avoiding eye contact, they're talking softly and so you can't even hear them, or showing those physical signs of distress. They may be sweating, they may be actually trembling, just like King George was trembling before he had to give his speech to the people. And just like the king, he needed understanding and support. Students need a nurturing environment to help them manage and overcome these challenges. So in a traditional academic setting, students with speech impediments, they might face several challenges. So academically, they may not want to be involved in group discussions. They may not want to give oral presentations, and them not participating it could affect their grades and it just lower their self-esteem. Socially, these students might feel isolated, they may feel anxious, and they may just be reluctant to want to talk to their friends, and they might be even embarrassed to talk to their friends because they have this speech impediment or this stammer. And emotionally, these students who may have this, they face the challenge of just feeling that pressure just to have to speak, which can be stressful and it can lead to them being anxious and having anxiety. And I just want to finish with saying that if your child has a speech impediment or has a stammer, there are a few encouraging takeaways. So just like King George VI, he benefited from a supportive speech therapist who helped him overcome this stammer or helped him be more comfortable speaking in public. It's important that your child feels that same support. So they need to be in an environment where their challenges are met with patience and encouragement. So just always make sure to take time to celebrate their progress and their success, no matter how small. And another key takeaway would be just have open communication with your child's teachers and their therapists, making sure that everybody's on the same page to have a common goal will help them so much. And just offer positive encouragement. Encourage your child to practice in a setting where they feel comfortable talking and speaking, in a place where they know that they're not going to be judged, or that they feel comfortable and they can practice these words and practice these speaking in front of people, whether it's just you or a friend or anybody. Just praise their efforts and their improvements, because that will help build up their confidence and boost up their self-esteem. So again, thank you so much for taking the time to understand how we can support students who may have speech impediments or have stammers and the challenges that they may face with public speaking. But just like King George was able to deliver that super important message to his people with the right support, just know that your child can overcome these difficulties with the right encouragement, the right support, and the right resources. So thank you so much again for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.